Hey, just want to share this with you because I believe it could be really interesting for your brand to collect qualitative feedback about your customers at the very least, and also potentially improve your website, your ads, even your customer service. So, what this brand is doing, so basically, their product is a vagus nerve stimulation device. Basically, when you stimulate the vagus nerve, you transition your nervous system from sympathetic to parasympathetic, which basically goes from stressed to relaxed. And so this can solve many problems, such as anxiety, inflammation, can help with depression, fatigue, etc. For me, it was really an experiment with HRV, which is also linked to good sleep, and I'm tracking this with my Oura ring. So I wanted to see if this really has the impact that they're claiming, but this video is not to show you whether it works or not. I just want to talk about this form right here, which is their return form. They sent me an email in February when I asked them to return the form, saying, "Thanks for reaching out to us. We're sorry to hear that you'd like to return your Nurosym. Please click here to fill out the return form. This form will not only help us learn how we can improve, but also provide you with a return address based on your location. Once you've completed the form, you'll receive an automated email with the final steps to finish the return process. If you encounter any difficulties along the way, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help." They're framing it like it's almost part of their logistics to have to fill the form, right? When normally it shouldn't be. And I've put the legal terms normally, like in the US, as long as you have everything inside of your standard privacy policy, it should be fine. But in the UK and the EU, to make it legal, you must have a clear first privacy policy, and do not make the form completion mandatory to access the refund. But it seems like what they're doing here is just like a tweak where they have those two steps, and they're framing the optimization survey as to ensure we process your return to the correct warehouse and to improve for the future. Please tell us about your experience. What you could do is apply the same to your brand and ask people questions about your product. Obviously, those people are returning the product, so you can ask questions about what their expectations were and why your product didn't meet them. Or is it the website experience, or is it the shipping, or your customer service? Like, you want to really find what caused the person wanted to send back the product. So here what they do, and first, this is really good because they can really pinpoint which problem people were trying to solve and actually didn't work. Because potentially, if they ask the same question in their post-purchase survey, they might realize that the majority of people buying it for sleep, let's say, but everyone who is sending it back might be, I don't know, selecting anxiety, and so maybe they want to reduce advertising for anxiety and more for sleep, or you know what I mean, like tweaking your strategy based on the learnings that you get here. Or it can be like adapting your homepage. Like, for example, if you realize that everyone is typing sleep, then maybe you can say rewire your nervous system to improve sleep, basically. And you can adapt the product page, the homepage, like I said, customer service, the ads, the emails, everything. And here the next question is basically the difference between the expectations that I had before buying the product and the reality. The reality is that from my personal experience, I didn't see much improvement on my HRV measured with my Oura ring. But yeah, I expected at least like 20 to 49% increase from all the studies I've seen from them. I'm not here to criticize the brand, but just want to analyze their written form, which I think from an e-commerce perspective is really interesting. Did you experience any undesirable effects from the device? Is there a chance you would try our product again in the future? Are you going to be looking into other similar products to improve your health after hours? This is super interesting because I could, like, if I click on yes, and then let's say, for example, I want to use meditation apps like Headspace because I feel it has more impact on my HRV. I can write this, and all this feedback, like I said, can either be used to improve the product, to improve the website. So it's just a gold mine, honestly. And you're pretty sure that everyone's going to fill this form, like all the people who are returning the product, because if they want to have the label, like we've seen in here, they have to fill the form first. So I think this is genius. Yeah. So hope you got inspired from this, and there's maybe a way you can adapt that to your own brand. And if that's the case, please put a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try to put more content like this. So anytime I find something interesting or useful for you, I'm going to post it here. So make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a good week. Cheers.